that was routine. Some nights it led to a scuffle, even seen with bloody knuckles, splitting heads in the scuffle. Music glorified the hustle, and I was trying to fit in. It's the apple of my eye, but the fruit was forbidden. Play the hand you were dealt, but my cards were never given. Can't get in the game, you'll never have a chance at winning. I protest like a sit-in and fight for my right to be, but I have no right, so cops decide it's my night to bleed.
As you know, there's a May 1st showdown between Derek Ward Chisora and Joseph Parker. Both fighters are working with new trainers. Derek Chisora is working with Buddy Mcgirt, and Joseph Parker is working with Andy Lee. So the question we're asking is, who has the better trainer? I'm going to start this one off with Trill Dollar Bill. Who do you think has the better trainer? Buddy Mcgirt with Derek Chisora, or Andy Lee with Joseph Parker?
I'll say I would have to lean towards a Buddy Mcgirt. The reason why I say a Buddy Mcgirt, because he has more experience, fighter wise, and as being a trainer. Buddy Mcgirt, you know, I know Kate is gonna bring this up. He doesn't get a lot of favor a lot of times, but he did have a couple world champions. Antonio Tava, the Magic Man, being one of them. Andy Lee. I liked Andy Lee as a middleweight. It was one of my guys. I liked him as a middleweight, and he was under the tutelage of the great Emmanuel Stewart. It seems like everybody that was trained by Emmanuel Stewart thinks that they're a trainer also. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really too privy with all Andy Lee's work as a trainer, so I would have to lean a little more towards Buddy Mcgirt. But I say Andy Lee's a good style for Joseph Parker if that whole using the jab and falling behind the right hand and stuff like that. I think he can teach him some things, but I would have to pick Buddy Mcgirt, saying that he has more experience.
Conspiracy G.
I see what you're saying, but for Joseph Parker, I think Andy Lee will actually be a good look, and here's why. Andy Lee actually was in the training camp for Tyson Fury, preparing for the Wilder rematch. You know, so Andy Lee actually picked up some things under Javon Sugar Hill, and I kind of felt like that performance from Tyson Fury is something that Joseph Parker definitely needs in his career right now. He doesn't need to be too defensive. He needs to be more on the offensive, and he needs to be more of a striker, especially because what's his name? Chisora, we know he's coming to bring the action, right? So I don't want to see Joseph Parker running in that match, you know. And I think Andy Lee even talked about, in one interview, he talked about how he bounced back from like a devastating loss, and he felt like, you know, he could provide that to Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker just needs a whole complete change, a whole 180. And so I think he provides that. With in regards to like Buddy Mcgirt and Derek Chisora, I don't think Derek Chisora is gonna do anything different. He's just gonna be the same old Derek Chisora. I'm coming in, applying pressure, double jabs, bunch of hooks, and then let's just see if this person drops. So I don't really see at this day and age, at this time of you know, Chisora's career, that he's gonna make any real necessary adjustments. So I feel like Andy Lee has more space to improve his fighter than Mcgirt does Chisora.
All right, TBE.
I'm muted. I was muted. But I feel Buddy Mcgirt is the better trainer. I just feel Joseph Parker and his youth and his youth is gonna be a better factor in this fight against Chisora, because I feel Chisora's at the end of his time, or at, you know, his gas tank is running out and he's going on E. So I feel whatever Buddy McGirt can teach him, or at this point in his career, is not going to be enough to fight off younger Parker with a trainer like Andy Lee. But I'm not too familiar with Andy Lee's style, but I would say whatever Chisora got in the bag in the tool shed or what they're working on right now is not going to be enough. But hey, it's boxing. We never know.
I want to start off by saying that I like Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt is.
He did a G.
I really like Buddy McGirt. I really do. He's a former world champion. He has a lot of boxing knowledge that cannot be disputed. Buddy McGirt, he has had champions, and those champions all eventually lost the title. Listen, Buddy McGirt was in Sergey Kovalev's corner when he fought Canelo, and one too many times I have turned on the television. I've turned on the telly to see a fight in which I picked a fighter and saw that they had Buddy McGirt and said, okay, I feel good about this. They lost. Again, I pick a fighter. I saw that they had Buddy McGirt. I said, okay, I feel good about this. They lost. I still stayed with, maybe it's not the fighter. I mean, maybe it's not Buddy McGirt, it's the fighter. Again, lost. It got to the point where this was happening too much for it to be a coincidence. When I saw Buddy McGirt in the corner in a big fight, the fighter lost. Now, of course, Buddy McGirt's not in the ring fighting. So I don't want to blame Buddy. I don't want to make it all about Buddy. But at the end of the day, I have to really look at myself and assess the situation and say, this is happening way too much for it to be a coincidence. So although it should be Buddy based on his boxing knowledge, based on everything, I have to look at his track record. I have to look at his track record of letting me down when he's training my fighters, which brings me to this next point. You all know I like Derek Chisora. You know I like Derek. Derek has the best resume in the heavyweight division. It's just he lost all the big fights. If Derek would have won all those big fights, Derek would have the best resume in the heavyweight division. That's not a real argument, everyone. I'm just joking. Some people really going to take that like, oh, what kind of point was that? The bottom line is, as much as I like War Chisora, and y'all know I like War Chisora, can't root for you this time. As much as G has been trashing Joseph Parker, talking all that smack about Joseph Parker, I am now going to have to pick Joseph Parker, Derek, and it's because you brought in Buddy McGirt. I will never, ever root for, well, not root for a fighter, I'll root for him, but I'll never pick a fighter that has Buddy McGirt in the corner. And I just want to say, I really like Buddy McGirt. I respect what he's done for the sport. He's a Hall of Famer, great fighter, terrific fighter, possibly a good trainer, but just what he knows isn't translating to the fighters because then he's not getting the results. He's great. I mean, his daughter, she seems like a nice person as well. And so, respect to Buddy McGirt and his family, nothing but love and respect. But I think Andy Lee's the better choice. He's the better choice for Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker, congratulations on your victory over Derek Ward Chisora on May 1st.
Katie, you said it's been all downhill since 2002 when he was trainer of the year. 2002 trainer of the year. Ever since then, downhill. Please let us know how y'all feel in the conversation. Please like and subscribe.
Hey, look, remember, I'm saying this. Remember, you saw Buddy McGirt in the corner with Sergey Kovalev when he fought Canelo, right? Remember that. Because on May 1st, you're going to see him in the corner when Joseph Parker destroys Derek Ward Chisora.
Let us know how y'all feel in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check us out on our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros. Shout out to Buddy Mcgirt.
I like him.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.